Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Biggleswade United. This afternoon's Premier Division fixture, Biggleswade United versus Berkhamsted. Read through the two teams, starting with our visitors. Berkhamsted playing in yellow and blue. Number 1, Carl Tasker. Number 2, Adam Mead. Number 3, Tommy Williams. Number 4, Captain Steve Hawes. Number 5, Stuart Deaton. Number 6, Jack Stevens. Number 7, Alex Campana. Number 8, Ben Bakeman. Number 9, Ashton Campbell. And number 10, Sean Coughlin. Number 11, Ashley Morrissey. And substitutes for Berkhamsted: number 12, Josh Chamberlain. Number 14, Frankie Jowl. Number 15, Dan Weeks. Number 16, Max Farrelly. Number 17, Dan Jones. And for Biggleswade United, playing in red and navy: number 1, Robbie Ponting. Number 2, James Cooper. Number 17, Kane Farrell. Number 4, Jordan Wright. Number 5, Joe Gorman. Number 6, Nick Elliott and captain. Number 7, Gareth Hunt. Number 8, Damien Nichols-Benson. Number 9, Abraham Easy. Number 10, Jaden Irish. And number 11, Matt Cooper. And substitutes for Biggleswade United: number 12, Lee Bilcock. Goalkeeper, Dan Borton. 14, Richard Christie. 15, Ross Taylor. And number 16, Zach Garfey. And the referee today is Mr. Lee Jessup. Thank you very much.
Hello and welcome to our Saturday afternoon game. Biggleswade United versus Berkhamsted. 3 o'clock kickoff here. The game is almost about to begin. Got 1 minute to go. Berkhamsted have come off of 4 wins in their last 5 for today. They drew 1-1 to Crawley Green 2 weeks ago. Biggleswade United, however, have just come off of a 3-0 win to London Tigers. Do we think that the momentum is going to carry us today, Chris?
Yeah, I think we'll wait and see. I mean, it's going to be a tough game. As you said, Berkhamsted are league leaders. They're unbeaten so far this season. They've won 11 games this season so far, and they've got plus 21 goal difference. So they're certainly not shy in front of goal. So it's going to be interesting to see how we get on. But we've got a strong team out today. I think Berkhamsted might have a few players missing. I'm looking at their the lineups for the recent games, so we'll see how it goes. But it looks like the referee's about to blow his whistle, and hopefully it'll be a good game for United. Yeah.
And we're off. Jaden Irish passes the ball to Gaz Hunt. Kane has it on the left wing. Calmly keeping possession in our own half right now. And back to the keeper, Robbie Ponting. Lovely flick on from Kane Farrell. And the ball is out for a throw-in on the left-hand side to Berkhamsted. Berkhamsted throw it back to the keeper. Long ball up towards the top and collected by Biggleswade and turned over. Brilliant tackle there from Nick Elliott. Advantage being played there to Biggleswade United.
Looks like Biggleswade are setting up in a 4-1-3-2 so far in this match, which seems to have been their lineup for the majority of the season. Looks like Gaz Hunt is sitting in the middle of the park, just in that sort of anchor midfield role, which he seems to have cemented large part of this season. He's done very well there. His distribution tends to be pretty solid in the middle of the park. Reads the game well, so I'm sure they'll be looking for him to get on the ball and to move the ball quickly through midfield. And looks like both teams are fairly comfortable in his first couple of minutes, trying to get on the ball early to move the ball around. So hopefully it'll be a good game. We know that Berkhamsted are obviously very strong going forward. They've got some good strikers. I'm sure they'll be looking to transition the ball quickly up to their forward line. So hopefully we can see a couple of goals today, but obviously hopefully we can be seeing more goals on the score sheet for Biggleswade United today.
Yeah, interestingly, the two strikers are not big target men, really. They're quite modest in size, to be honest, but their leading scorer so far, Stacey Field.
I think he's away today, Stacey. I don't think he's in the Berkhamsted lineup. They seem to be missing a few players today, whether that's because of injury. Unsure at this stage, but there seem to be a few players down, so it'd be interesting to see the depth of their squad and whether they can push on and get 3 points today against what seems to be on the surface at least a strong Biggleswade United 11.
Up to Abraham Easy and fouled by Berkhamsted. Kane Farrell to take. Down to Joe. And back to Kane. Up to Abraham Easy. Held up nicely.
Pitch looking in reasonable condition today, considering the amount of usage that it's had over the last couple of weeks. Biggleswade have played a lot of games in the last few weeks at home, so it'll be interesting to see how whether that plays a factor in today's game.
And we've got build-up play in the box here, and a shot is deflected inside the box. Berkhamsted to break.
Come on!
Throw into Biggleswade, taken back to the keeper. Gorman on the ball.
Joe Gorman actually came in a few weeks ago. He actually played for, believe it or not, Inverness Caledonian Thistle recently. Corrected as Adrionians, apparently, according to Tracy, our club secretary. So sorry about that, but he was playing in the Scottish League, so it's fantastic to see him come down and play straight at Biggleswade. It's obviously a bit of a different environment, and I'm sure he'll be playing against a different calibre of player, but he's certainly settled in well so far. He looks very assured on the ball, actually, and he moves the ball forward here.
Very nice pass for the ball.
Unfortunately, he's picked up by the Berkhamsted centre-back. Both teams trying to apply themselves onto the ball and get control. Oh,
Lovely
well
bit
done.
of skill from Gorman.
Well
done. So composed, as we were just saying.
It's a great ball by Kane Farrell. He's been a regular fixture in this Biggleswade United team. I think he's played 21 games so far for the team this season, if my maths have been correct, which they rarely are, but they 21 games I think he's played for United this season. He's certainly a regular fixture in the side. He's I think he brought in 15 assists last season, which for a fullback is quite phenomenal. But he's certainly a talented player. It's a good piece of play on the left-hand side there.
A few goals as well.
And a good shot, unlucky Easy. Just managed to get the shot off, deflected into the keeper's hands.
And the two teams will settle down now. Long ball up to the strikers. Headed by Jordan Wright. James Cooper to control. Back to the keeper.
Jordan and Joe seem to have formed a bit of a partnership over the last couple of weeks. Jordan was away for the squad for a couple of weeks, so it's come back in, and him and Joe seem to be forming quite a good partnership. Solid centre-back pairing. Hopefully they can shut out Berkhamsted from scoring today. They're certainly both very capable on the ball. Jordan's definitely one of those players that can bring the ball out for the back and transition it into midfield. Certainly gives the defensive midfielders and the attackers from the opposition something to think about, so he can bring the ball forward very well.
It really helps out when defenders can do that. It gives more people in the midfield to get forward, and you can outnumber the opposition.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, it gives the opposition definitely something to think about tactically when you've got a defender that can bring the ball out. They certainly have to change their setup from that point of view, because it gives, as you say, gives the team an extra man in midfield in which to drop off and receive the ball. So it's a great bit of football by Biggleswade there.
Some lovely first touches there. Nick for the shot.
Great shot by Nick. Oh, unlucky. What a save by the keeper out for a corner.
Cole Tasker did really well to get down to that one there.
That's definitely one of Nick's attributes, Nick Elliott, picking the ball up on around the 18-yard box, of 18, 20, 25 yards out. He's got a great striking distance.
Interestingly, he's Biggleswade's league top scorer this season. 7 goals in 10 appearances in the league.
Yeah, I mean, Nick, I think he scored 15 or 16 goals for us last season, so he certainly knows how to find the back of the net, particularly from midfield. Biggleswade take the corner here, short corner, Gaz on the ball to drift it into the box. Well taken there by the keeper.
They look to hold the ball up, and Biggleswade can securely keep the ball.
The floodlights are already on here at Second Meadow. The nights are really drawing in now. It's definitely not my favourite time of year, it has to be said. I'm not a fan of the winter months, but one of the things about English football that we have to put up with, I guess, isn't it?
It's a long period of time that happens with it as well.
Yeah. Gets to this time of year, the night's drawing, it gets freezing cold.
Yeah.
Anyone that's ever done some live Twitter commentary of any games like this knows how freezing cold it can get at this time of year as you're pressing your buttons on the phone to tweet about match action. Certainly isn't the easiest thing in the world when it's -3.
Berkhamsted with a chance here.
Well lashed out there by Robbie. He's certainly cemented his place as the #1 goalkeeper for Biggleswade so far this season. Robbie Ponting. He's grown in stature quite significantly over the last season or so. Become a lot more vocal around the 18-yard box, and seems to have grown in confidence. But he's kept a number of clean sheets this season, so he's certainly doing himself well.
Had a lovely run of clean sheets as well, didn't he? A month or so back.
Yeah, he does. It's certainly helps when he's got good gloves. Shout out to our glove sponsors, the One Glove Company. They're kindly sponsored us for goalkeeping gloves for the team, and they certainly seem to be doing the job. He's kept a number of clean sheets so far this season, so thank you very much to them.
Berkhamsted throw it back to the goalkeeper.
Interesting to see whether this is the way the game pans out, with Berkhamsted looking to play it direct. Certainly tends to be a feature of most teams of this league, is playing largely direct football. If you've got two or three good strikers, then it certainly works. Hopefully Biggleswade United can keep it tight at the back, particularly with Joe and Jordan, very capable in the air, and they're relatively good tool as well. So hopefully they can keep a clean sheet, and we can see Biggleswade United move on to a good win today. Certainly has been tight so far. No major chances so far in this game.
And it is interesting when you look at the defences as well, because obviously Berkhamsted being unbeaten at the moment, they're scoring a lot of goals, 39 in the league at the moment compared to Biggleswade's 23. But goals conceded are actually 15 and 16, very similar. Two very similar defences, but just the difference in attack.
Yeah, both teams, if you look at the league table, both teams don't concede a huge amount of goals. It just comes down to the goals scored, and that's at the end of the day, in any division, if you're scoring goals, you will move up the table. So something that's obviously separating the two teams at the moment.
As Michael Owen says, if you don't score any goals, you hardly ever win.
Very true. Some wisdom there from Michael Owen. Ball goes out for a throw to Berkhamsted on the far right hand side of the pitch. We're up to 12 minutes here in this game. Clock's just about to tick over to 12 minutes. We shall endeavour to give you a regular time check during the course of this game. Still 0-0. For those of you that tuned into our broadcast last week, you will see that we now have a score bar.
Shouts
So-
for handball there.
Yeah.
Ball is cleared. Have you been surprised about the possession so far?
The way that Biggleswade play, we always try to keep the ball on the floor, maintain possession for long periods. Great strike!
What a strike that would have been. Blimey. Connected with that very well.
Kane foul from about 25-30 yards there, great strike. He's got a good left foot on him, Kane. He connects the ball really sweetly. He's got a good strike.
Already got 3 goals for himself this season.
Yeah, he's again he's an attacking fullback, likes to get forward. As I said, last season I think he got 15 assists and scored 5, which for a fullback is really impressive. So he certainly knows how to get forward, and he certainly creates chances. So it'll be interesting to see whether he can get forward today and add another goal to his tally.
Shot by Berkhamsted, but wide to the right of the goal.
It certainly looks like they've got some pacey players in their team, Berkhamsted, so I'm sure they'll be looking to get forward and give the Biggleswade United back line a few issues. Biggleswade playing themselves into a little bit of difficulty there. There's always the chance when you play the sort of game that Biggleswade play when they try to move the ball out from the back. There's always a certain degree of risk, and you have to be very consistent to be able to play out from the back, to be able to move the ball around confidently and not give the ball away and give the opposition some opportunity. So there's always that chance. So Biggleswade United will have to keep their heads about them today to not provide those opportunities for Berkhamsted as they put the ball into the box. Goes out for a goal kick.
Goal kick to be taken by Robbie pointing.
So thank you to everyone that's tuning in so far to be watching the game. Please do subscribe to our channel, Biggleswade United. Some regular content going up with match highlights, live streams as you join us now, interviews and lots of other goodies that will be coming your way over the next couple of months, so please do subscribe to that. It's a great way to support us and keep in touch with what we're doing. So thank you for all those that are tuning in so far. Still 0-0 here at Second Meadow. Well recovered there by Jordan.
Long ball by Joe Gorman. Met with some pace there.
It's a foul against James Cooper there, over the shoulder of the Berkhamsted centre back. 15 minutes here on the clock. Still 0-0. To see whether there's any goals coming soon.
What do you think Christian will be thinking at this point in time?
I think Christian's a very patient man. He looks for obviously the team to play attacking football, but doesn't get flustered if Biggleswade are losing and we've got sort of 10-15 minutes yet. He's very patient and tries to put that across the players that there's no need to panic. We've got plenty of the game left yet. Still another sort of 75 minutes or so left of today's game, so there's still plenty of opportunities to come.
And looking very positive so far.
Yeah, Biggleswade United haven't played too bad, haven't started too badly so far. Let's try and move the ball forward. No golden opportunities for either side as yet, but I'm sure those opportunities will come.
Carl Tasker stands over the goal kick for Berkhamsted. Launched into the midfield, met by Nick Elliott.
It's a great header there by Nick. Abraham Easy. He's always an attacking threat. Easy, the Biggleswade United number 9. He's got a great deal of pace. He's got a really good work ethic as well. Really good attitude. He certainly doesn't make it easy for any defensive back line. Be interesting to see whether he can get on the score sheets there. I think he's scored 7 in 9 so far this season. He certainly has he's got on the score sheet well. He's progressed up through the under-23s, as is the way here at Biggleswade United. We try to progress youngsters through the age groups, and he's progressed through the under-23s, got into the first team at the end of last season, has really cemented himself a place up top. So if you're a young player that's looking to get regular football and looking to progress, then Biggleswade United is definitely the club to do that. We certainly help try and promote that youth development. So it's great to see Easy in the team. It's a great piece of play there by Jaden. Moves the ball forward. Ball just a little bit overhit. Easy couldn't quite get onto it. Tarsky came out well, picked up the ball.
Alex Campana on the ball.
Go on, Easy.
Easy with the shots.
Go on, Jaden. Oh, so close. It's a great save there by Tasker. Certainly got a lot of pace over 5-10 yards. Easy pounces on those sorts of opportunities. Unfortunately, on that occasion, couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, but I'm sure given another couple of opportunities, there'll be a goal for him today.
He looks hungry. Looks hungry for the goals.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's definitely one of those sorts of players. He gives it 100% every game. It's a great asset to have as a club. Our club secretary Tracy James very happy about that decision, standing right behind the Lino. Good ball forward there by Jordan Wright. Unfortunately, it goes out for a Berkhamsted throw. The crowd's still filtering in here at Second Meadow. Probably about 100 or so in attendance today. It's about our average number on a Saturday. So I think the highest so far this season has been about 110, 120. So not bad for this level of football.
Ranks about 5th or 6th in the league, I believe.
Yeah, I've definitely seen over the last couple of seasons an increase in attendees at our home matches. I think that's somewhat across the board actually. I think most clubs in non-league, particularly this level, have seen an upturn in the amount of people coming to watch games, which is great to see. It's a good fall.
Do you think that could be heavily linked towards the increasing ticket prices of the Premier League?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, you know, the elite clubs, you know, it's not cheap to go watch them nowadays, and I think a lot of people are taking that option of coming to watch non-league football. We here at Biggleswade United offer a number of different schemes to help people come and be able to watch football relatively affordably. If you have a season ticket to any of the Football League or Premier League teams and you can't go watch your team on that particular day, then come down here, show your season ticket, and we'll let you in for free. So it's definitely something that we're trying to do to help try and encourage people to come watch our games, but give them an opportunity to get into a ground and watch some football if they can't go and watch their own team. So please come and join us on a match day if you are at a loss for something to do and you can't go watch your beloved team.
Headed by Nick Elliott. Easy chases it. Cleared by Berkhamsted. Gorman recovers. Slipped by keeper. Gorman with another header.
Well kept in there by Robbie Ponting. Certainly on his toes to recover that, so he didn't go out for a corner. With 22 minutes on the clock here, Biggleswade still 0-0 here at Second Meadow. Well done by Gaz there.
Came find a lot of space.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of space down this left-hand side. Hopefully it can be exploited as the game goes on. Berko break forward really well here. Shift the ball across. It's a free kick. Infringement against Nick Elliott there for a shirt pull. And a free kick just inside the Biggleswade United half. Just a quick mention to Scott, who's the son of our cameraman. He's out in Mallorca at the moment watching the game. He's I think he's given up the opportunity to watch Liverpool, I gather, and he's joining us to watch United against Berkhamsted, which is fantastic. So thank you very much, Scott. It's good to have you. Oh, great turn there by Gareth Hunt.
Jaden chases this ball. Easy again.
It's another player with a great attitude, Jaden. Gets his head down, works hard.
Extremely versatile as well.
Yeah,
we've seen him play
is.
a number of positions at the club.
Yeah, he is. When he first came in last season, he was playing more of a defensive midfielder, whereas he's progressed up the pitch a little bit, playing in a slightly more attacking role today. Looks like he's supporting Easy as much as anything, more up front. But he's certainly, he's strong. Oh my word!
Oh my!
What a goal!
What a goal! Adam Mead with a long-range goal. Robbie Ponting was way off his line.
And that
was the goal scorer of Berkhamsted, Adam Mead.
That's 1-0 to Berkhamsted. Very unexpected.
And what looked like a very clever tactical foul from Nick Elliott has cost Biggleswade United dearly.
23 minutes, 1-0 to Berkhamsted. It certainly was unexpected. I don't think anyone quite believed what they were seeing there, but a great strike, has to be said. He's seen Robbie off his line, he's taken the opportunity, and he's scored. Something that we've seen here a few times at Biggleswade United over the last couple of seasons, a few efforts from around the halfway line. Certainly not the first time it's been seen, but normally it's been Biggleswade United doing it to the opposition, so it's unfortunate to see that here today. I'm sure Robbie will take heed of that and learn from that. Anything can happen in football, and we certainly don't expect to see those things very often, but they do happen. So Biggleswade United have certainly got it all to do here now. Berkhamsted seem to have got their tails up a little bit in this last couple of minutes. Ball goes out for a throw.
Kane Farrell in space.
He seems to be getting a lot of space down this left-hand side here. Hopefully he can move forward and exploit that.
They do seem to be set up quite narrowly, Berkhamsted. There's a lot of room on the wings.
Yeah, I think because Biggleswade tried to transition the ball the majority of the time through the middle of the park and into the forward line, I'm sure it's a case whereby Berkhamsted have probably done their homework and tried to shut down the middle of the park. Try and make it difficult for Biggleswade to transition the ball in the way they do, but we'll wait and see. Still plenty of time left here to go. About 66 minutes left of the game, so still plenty of opportunities to get back into this. Great ball in by Dammy. Ball just managed to evade Easy there. It looks like it's gone out for a throw-in. Ball in by Berkhamsted there. Dispatched easy by Jay Gorman. Moves the ball forward, but it's deflected out to Kane. It's a great ball into Nick. Good chest control. Brought the ball down very well there. Matt Cooper on the ball, number 11. Ball into Easy. And he gets a shot off. Oh. Narrowly wide the left post. Matt Cooper playing much higher up the pitch today. Playing number 11. He's been playing centre back for the large part of this season. He's definitely almost one of the finds of this season. So he's definitely he's been playing much higher up the pitch, but when he needed to, slotted him back into centre back and played remarkably well for someone that's played in a largely attacking role for the last sort of 12 months. He's got great distribution, Matt. He can certainly dig a pass out. So that certainly fits in with the way we're trying to play here at Biggleswade, getting the ball into feet. He can certainly distribute it well. That's a great interception. Moves the ball forward. Is he looking for a cross into the box? Little short one into easy. Whips the ball in. It's cleared out. Little dink pass there by Gareth Hunt, but Berkhamsted get a header on it and he goes out for throw.
Irish on the ball.
That's a goal kick to Berko. They've certainly raised above expectations, I think, so far this season. Berkhamsted, they had a solid season last year, finished 8th in the league. Biggleswade finished 9th. There's just a point between them, I think, at the end of last season. And I think people expected them to do relatively well this year, but I think people have been a little bit surprised by how they've shot up the league. Still unbeaten so far this season. Be interesting to see how far they can go this year, whether they can carry that on and get promotion. There's 2 promotion spots available this year in the Spartan South Midlands League. There's traditionally only 1 promotion spot available at this tier in English football. The ball moves forward to Cave Farrell, delivers the ball into the box. Irish gets a little deflected header. It looks like the ball's gone out for a corner. So yeah, as I was saying, there's a 2nd promotion spot available this season, which traditionally hasn't been the case, but the FA have decided to develop another league, the step above us, around the sort of Midlands area that needs to be filled. So it's opened up a 2nd promotion spot available for teams that finish 2nd at step 5. Ball cleared there by Berko. So I think there's a number of clubs that are probably looking at this season as an opportunity to get out of this division. They've probably put some resources behind a promotion push this year. Welwyn Garden City are sitting in 2nd place so far this year. I believe they've also unbeaten so far this season. Good little spell of possession here from Biggleswade. Just haven't been able to penetrate, get the ball in the back of the net, but hopefully that will come. Certainly do create a lot of opportunities, Biggleswade, but sometimes don't put the ball in the back of the net as much as we would like. But if you continue to create opportunities, those opportunities will come. Great little interchange there between Kate Farrell and Matt Cooper. And that's Gareth Hunt, number 7, on the ball, moves the ball out to James Cooper. Certainly one of Gareth's trademarks is getting on the ball from deep, looking to distribute it, keep the ball moving forward. Again, he's been a regular feature in this team this season. I think again he's probably had about sort of 20, 21 appearances so far this season, been a regular feature in the team. Picked up a few yellow cards this season, but when you're playing that sort of anchor midfield role, it does happen. Trying to break down and disrupt the passage of play.
For his size, he's very dominant in that midfield area. Gets a lot of tackles in.
Yeah, he does. He's for a small guy. He can certainly position his body well and manages to hold on to the ball well, considering his stature. Mark of a good player, I guess. He uses his body very well for his size. Damien Nichols-Benson standing over the ball here, looking to deliver the ball in from the right wing. It's a lofted ball in. Easy comes around the back.
Goal for Biggleswade United.
Joe Gorman, number 5, in the right position.
Joe Gorman!
Great delivery in there from Damien Nichols-Benson. Easy dropped off to the left post, headed it across goal. Joe Gorman comes in on the penalty spot, head straight into the middle of the goal. That's a great finish. Biggleswade United 1-0. First goal of the season there for Joe Gorman.
I would say that he couldn't miss, but of course we saw a very similar chance not too long ago where Jordan Wright actually hit the post from about probably closer range.
Yeah, everyone was a bit surprised by that. He sort of nodded the ball down into a bit too far down to the turf, which is unusual for someone who plays centre back. They tend to head the ball up and long, but misconnected. But on this occasion, Joe Gorman managed to put the ball in the back of the net.
And it's two set pieces that keep the sides level at the moment.
Yeah, 32 minutes, 1-1. Biggleswade United 1, Berkhamsted 1. Biggleswade brought themselves back into this game. They've created a number of opportunities so far, so as we were saying, if you create opportunities, eventually you will score, so just got to keep pressing and hopefully we can get another one on the score sheet. Great closing down there by Matt Cooper. Fantastic work rate.
Do you think that's a set piece that Christian would have practiced in training?
Yeah, they do work a lot on their set pieces in training. It's definitely something they put a lot of effort into. Their passages of play and the way that they move the ball around is something they definitely work on a lot in training. It's definitely one of the marks of this, the Biggleswade United team, is that training is key and coaching is key to everything that we do. So it's definitely something they work a lot on, and when you see goals like that, I don't think it's a fluke, let's put it that way. Well recovered there by Nick Elliott. Some good work. That's a fantastic ball there to Dammy. Good body strength. Berko managed to recover the ball. Oh, it's a great ball inside, well done. Credit where credit's due. That wasn't so great, however. Kane picks up the ball on the left hand side. Directed ball inwards to Nick Elliott. It's a lovely little chip death ball over the top. Kane manages to get forward. Unfortunately the cross is wasted. Certainly does like to get forward, Kane Farrell. Very attacking fullback.
You could be mistaken for, you could be forgiven for thinking he's a left winger sometimes.
Yeah, well, he can play in both positions, so he's definitely comfortable. Call of offside here by the fans, but the referee, the lino, doesn't give it. Well defended there by Jordan Wright, gets a foot on it. Berko keep coming forward. Robbie Ponting off his line, shuts down the play really, really well.
Really good goalkeeping.
Well done. That's something that's definitely improved in his game over the last 6 or so months from Robbie. Much more confident coming off his line. He's got quick over 5 yards as well, so if he reads the game well, he can shut down the play. Not too bad a game so far actually. There's been a number of opportunities for both sides. Both sides trying to get the ball down and play. Certainly hasn't been a lump it long fest. Both teams are trying to get the ball down and play some football, which is good to see. It's always been one of the criticisms of football at this level that it tends to be a bit direct and it isn't that enjoyable to watch, but we're certainly watching a good game here at Second Meadow.
Touched by Kane Farrell. Controls it, back to Joe Gorman.
35 minutes here on the clock.
Lovely
as
ball
Matt
into
Cooper
Jayden.
brings it forward. Jayden gets his head on it but can't quite keep it under control. It's a difficult ball that over the shoulder. Difficult to bring the ball down like that when it's coming diagonally over your shoulder. Biggleswade United retain possession. Easy on the ball. Back into Kane's feet. Tries to move it forward but gets intercepted. Oh, well done, Joe. He's read the play really well there. Sometimes just a little bit easier to do the easy thing. Could have laid that off but decided to take it forward, but either way Biggleswade have retained possession. If you haven't yet followed us on Twitter, please do so. At Biggleswade United, so it's at Biggleswade UTD. Join the increasing number of followers that we do have. It's great to have everyone's support, so please do follow us and keep up to date with everything that the club's up to. A big hello to our director of football, Guillaume Balaguer, who's out in Spain at the moment. He's covering the Madrid derby. I'm sure he's watching the game today for YouTube. He certainly did so last week and certainly enjoyed it. We've got some good feedback from him. Unfortunately his work is keeping him away from the game here today, but I'm sure he'll be watching nonetheless. It's a good ball forward. Jayden Irish on the corner of the box there, dips inside, brings the ball across. It's gone out for a goal kick. Just overran it a little bit in tight space.
Good idea, just couldn't execute it quite that well.
Yeah, it's quite boxed in a little bit there, didn't really have much space to move the ball into, but getting the ball forward well. He's certainly getting into good areas. Jaden certainly likes to get forward, likes to create opportunities. You'd hope that of a person that wears green boots. If you're wearing those sorts of coloured boots and you haven't got a bit of flair about you, then you're wearing the wrong boots, I think. It's a good bit of hold-up play there by Berko, but the ball forward unfortunately just didn't get onto the feet there forward. Confidently moved around there by Biggleswade. Certainly not shy to get the ball forward, and off camera what you might not have seen there is a ball came into play that Robbie tried to clear off the pitch, hit the fencing on the outside of the pitch and came back into play. We aim to keep you apprised of all things going on here at Second Meadow, not just what's going on the field of play. Well intercepted there by Gareth Hunt, moves the ball into the feet of Matt Cooper. That's a great ball into Easy. Can he get a shot off? Oh, it's well defended. Just ushered Easy off the ball, but Matt gets back on the ball. He's certainly putting himself about here today, Matt Cooper. Great work rate. Certainly applying some pressure here, Biggleswade, it has to be said. This is not how most people probably expected the game to go. But as yet, Biggleswade seems to be largely in control. It's good play there by Joe Gorman. He really has settled into the starting 11 very soundly so far. Comes straight in, established himself, looks confident, moves the ball well.
And of course he's probably a bit used to these sort of conditions as well.
Cold and a bit dreary up in Scotland. Hello to our Scottish fans if you are watching. Good to have you. Kane looks to move it forward.
Good interception.
Intercepted there by Alex Campana.
That's the handball there.
Yeah, ref gives the handball. Free kick to Biggleswade United on the halfway line.
Calmly taken by Joe Gorman.
Coming up to 40 minutes on the clock here at Second Meadow. 1-1 so far. Berkhamsted took the lead fairly early on with a fantastic strike. If you weren't here to watch it, it's a free kick just over about the halfway line. Saw Robbie Ponting off his line and took the opportunity from halfway. Really caught everyone quite unawares. I don't think anyone quite realised what had happened, but it was a fantastic strike, very opportunist, but sometimes you've got to take those opportunities. Biggleswade United responded about 5 minutes ago with a great goal by Joe Gorman, delivered in from the right hand side, free kick to the far left post, headed back across goal by Abraham Easy, and then Joe was on the centre spot to head it straight into the middle of the net. So Biggleswade United drawn level, but have been largely on top of the game so far. Certainly trying to stay patient, as we were talking about earlier on. The feature of what Christian Colas tries to do, but there's balls given away there by Robbie Ponting. Kane Farrell recovers very well there. Robbie maybe just needs to switch on a little bit there. He's given the ball away a few times. Again, comes back to what we were saying earlier on, that the way Biggleswade United play, tried to get the ball out from the back. Those opportunities are going to come the way of the opposition, so we've got to try and shut that down a little bit. That's a corner ball there to Berkhamsted, just off the feet of, I think it was Matt Cooper.
Looks like Alex Campana will be taking it.
Yeah, the Berko number 7. It's a good delivery, it's a great area to put it into, but Joe Gorman is equal to it. Heads it away. And Sean Coughlin, the Berko number 10 unfortunately plays it out for a goal kick to Biggleswade.
If we were to have a first half man of the match, I think we'd be pretty confident in saying that Joe Gorman has been the standout player so far.
Yeah, he's been solid. He's been very, very good today. Very assured. Positioning's been good. Good in the air. He's been moving the ball forward, trying to get it into feet. There he is again. Gets a head on it. Berko recover. Ashton Campbell plays it out to the number 10, Sean Coughlin on the right wing. Tries to get it in, but Kane Farrell's equal to it, goes out for throwing. Referee calls for another ball. About 43 minutes on the clock here. A couple of minutes until half time. Biggleswade United will be hoping that they can keep it tight. Don't really want to be conceding a goal for half time. Come back into this game, built up some momentum. I'm sure they'll be wanting to go in as it is at the moment, 1-1. It's a good ball in. Well done, Joe Gorman. Out again. David Nichols-Benson clears the ball. Header goes out for another corner. Not been too bad a game of football so far, has it, Elliot?
I think it's been one of the more exciting first halves of the season. Quite a few events. We had a very early chance for Nick Elliott with a really good volley that Carl Tasker got down for excellently. I mean, on an expected goal sort of basis, Berkhamsted would be very, very low considering the distance of that free kick. And also, we've had 2 or 3 good chances.
If you are watching our YouTube feed today, then please do leave us some comments on the taskbar on the right hand side. It'd be good to hear from you. Always good to hear from supporters of the club. We try to do what we can to provide you with the best possible service. So please do leave us some constructive comments. Hopefully they're none too negative. Berko in play for the last couple of minutes. It looks like that's called for offside. Biggleswade recover the ball. Free kick in about the last minute here, I think, of the first half. Temperature isn't too bad here today, so it's not overly cold.
No, it's alright. It's pretty mild today. Haven't got the scarf out?
I have. Good delivery forward there by Robbie Ponting. Berkhamsted recovered the ball forward. It looks like there's a little bit of miscommunication there by Robbie and Joe, but Robbie Ponting clears the ball into the trees adjacent to the ground.
And as you said earlier, Robbie's acceleration does really help him in those sort of situations there, one-on-one.
Yeah, he's certainly good coming off his line. A few mistakes been made today. But generally he's very good coming off his line, reads the game pretty well, and he's quick over 5-10 yards. So, and that's the half. Referee blows his whistle. It's 1-1 here so far. Biggleswade United 1, Berkhamsted 1.
what I should bring next time.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Second Meadow for the second half here of Biggleswade United versus Berkhamsted. If you've only just joined us, it's 1-1 so far. Berkhamsted took the lead early on in the first half with a great strike from the halfway line, it has to be said. There's a free kick, saw Robbie punting off his line, and very opportunist effort, but scored from just over halfway I think it was, and Biggleswade United responded later on in the second half with about 10 minutes left to go of the first half. They so great ball in from a free kick right hand side, and Damien Nichols-Benson delivered it in. Abraham Easy at the back post headed it across goal, and Joe Gorman, Biggleswade United number 5, got onto it, headed it middle of the goal, 1-1. So thank you for joining us. I'm just waiting for the players to get themselves ready now. Joining myself, Chris Lewis, the chairman of Biggleswade United. Find me at Mr. Chairman BUFC on Twitter, and I'm joined here with Elliot Brown.
Yep, I am Elliot Brown 910 on Twitter as well. Find me there too. We're about to kick off now. Just waiting on the referee's whistle.
Biggleswade United playing their home strip with red shirts. Berkhamsted with the yellow shirts and blue shorts. The referee just calling to the goalkeepers, just double checking to see if they're ready. Checks his watch and blows the whistle for the second half. Biggleswade United fans in fine voice.
Long ball up to the top there from Berkhamsted. Gaz Hunt intercepts.
If you weren't here for the first half, it was certainly not a bad game of football, it has to be said. This ball was very much on the floor. It was being played around nicely by both teams, looking to get on possession and transition the ball forward. It's a great piece of chest control there by Nick Elliott. Into the feet of Gaz Hunt, plays the ball out wide, and Damien Nichols-Benson flying down the right wing, keeps the ball in play, well done. Jaden Irish pulls in the foul there. Stuart Deaton, the Berkhamsted number 5, all over the back there of Jaden Irish, who pulls in a free kick. It's about from here, about 2 or 3 yards outside of the 18-yard box, right side. Looks like Matt Cooper standing over the ball. As the Berkhamsted players protest and try to slow down the pace of the game. The light really starting to drop here now at Second Meadow as the floodlights are in full beam. It's always good fun watching a game at night time.
Yeah, it adds to the atmosphere, I think.
Max Cooper steps over the ball, left foots his ball into the box. Cleared well there by Berkhamsted. Gaz Hunt tries to pick the ball up on the outside of the 18-yard box, strikes it with his left foot, but high and wide.
Yeah, just got a bit too much under that, to be honest. He didn't really keep his head up.
Yeah, the ball was took a little while to come down. Maybe just snatched it a little bit. Berkhamsted keeper Carl Tasker places the ball down on the edge of the 6-yard box. Take the goal kick. It's a good delivery. Certainly been a decent game of football here. Been pretty decent to watch. Carl Tasker really gets high and wide underneath that. Miss hits the ball, a little bit of a bobble, clears it. Much better second attempt. James Cooper, that's very close. Good first delivery forward there by James Cooper. Got under it down the channel. Jaden Irish tried to get onto the ball, but was just narrowly called offside. Thanks for all those who are joining us here for the second half on our YouTube channel, Biggleswade United. Please do leave us a comment on the bar on the right hand side. It'd be great to hear from you. Hope you're enjoying the match so far and enjoying the commentary. Our normal commentary team of Matt and Cameron are not around today, unfortunately, so myself, Chris and Elliot are filling in. Hopefully we're not doing too bad a job. It's a great run forward there by Matt Cooper, releases the ball
on a couple's break to Paris, I believe.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah.
Is that really the case, or? I heard they were at some family parties, but maybe that's just the excuse they gave me.
I'm not sure if the two of them have gone public yet.
It's well recovered there by Biggleswade United. Joe Gorham plays the ball across into Jordan Wright. Takes his time a little bit and shut down there by Berkhamsted. Cleared the ball out for a throw-in. Good pressure there by Ashton Campbell. Berkhamsted number 9. Just waiting for a ball to come back in play. Joy of playing at non-league is that balls sometimes go over the perimeter fencing of the ground and delays the game, but all part of the charm of non-league football.
More suspense for injury time, I guess.
Yeah. Ball goes out there for a throw for Berkhamsted. Bring the ball into play. Number 4, Steve Hawes, plays the ball out wide. It's good strength. Alex Campana, right wing, number 7, delivers the ball in. Just about cleared out there by Biggleswade United, the second attempt. Looks like it's a counter-attack here for Biggleswade United.
Lovely through ball from Nick Elliott, but cleared by Berkhamsted, out for Biggleswade.
Stuart Deaton read the play there really, really well, came across, cleared the ball out for a Biggleswade throw-in. Yeah, still 1-1. The fans flooding back into the stadium with their teas and coffees. A bit of banter there from the Biggleswade United fans saying the prawn sandwiches were up to scratch. I've heard the hot dogs are very good. Not so sure about the prawn sandwiches. Again, a good turnout here. Probably about 100 or so in the ground. Biggleswade United look like they have a free kick here on the left hand side. Damien Nichols-Benson over the ball, crosses the ball in, doesn't get it over the head of the first man, unfortunately.
Berkhamsted looking to break.
Yeah, breaking down the left wing here. James Cooper tracking back.
Sean Coffin with a nice pass out wide.
Tries to go for a little nutmeg there, but Nick Elliott gets back on the ball, recovers. Goes direct. Jay Nyrish chasing. Carl Tasker off his line quickly, recovers the ball. Berkhamsted back in possession.
Been very solid today, Carl Tasker. The only goal that Biggleswade United has scored against him, couldn't do much about really. It's point blank range more or less. Yeah,
he's had a solid game so far. He's read the game really, really well. Berkhamsted are in here. If they cross the ball, what a clearance! Jordan Wright gets a toe onto it and puts it over the bar. Biggleswade United really have created a lot of their own misfortune today. A lot of the opportunities given to Berkhamsted have been laid on a plate for them really by Biggleswade not taking too much care in their own final third. As we said a number of times so far in this commentary, that the way Biggleswade like to play, they like to get the ball down and move around in the back, but sometimes that does cause some risks, and it looks like Berkhamsted have tried to take opportunity from that so far in this game. They have a corner. It's a great clearance though by Jordan Wright. He certainly was aware of that.
You really do celebrate those like a goal, don't you? When it is that good.
Biggleswade making life a little bit difficult for themselves, but hopefully they can keep it tight for the next couple of minutes. Well cleared there by Kane Farrell. Gets the ball forward to Jay Nyrish, who looks up. Through ball there to Damien Nichols-Benson. It's 3-on-3. It's got a lovely ball. That's a great ball. Oh, unlucky.
That's an even better tackle.
Great ball through there to Abraham Easy. Unfortunately, his first touch was a little bit heavy. And the number 3 for Berkhamsted, Tommy Williams, recovered well to clear the ball for a corner. Looks like Gareth Hunt and Matt Cooper are coming across to take the corner on the right hand side here for Biggleswade United. 51st minute on the clock. Still Biggleswade United 1, Berkhamsted 1. Please do stay with us for the rest of this match. I'm sure it will be a decent second half if the first half is anything to go by. Matt Cooper standing over the ball here. Got a great left-footed delivery. Matt Cooper. It's a solid ball in, but Berkhamsted get on the ball, head it off for another corner. The light really starting to drop here. See a few shadows on the pitch as the floodlights start to take effect. Fortunately, it's not too cold so far here. Not shivering quite yet.
Not quite. Not quite.
Great second ball in. Oh, Matt Cooper, great delivery and left-footed across the face of the box. James Cooper pulls wide to pick up the ball, puts it into the feet of Jane Irish, he dinks it into the box. Oh, it's Joe Gorman!
Yes!
Oh!
2-1! A brace for Joe Gorman.
That's a double bubble from Joe Gorman.
The centre-back for Biggleswade United, Joe Gorman, comes up with a brace of goals today. That is fantastic.
A very animated celebration there from the centre-back.
They really worked that well. Great delivery back into the box, and Joe Gorman was left in absolute acres of space. Carl Tasker came off his line quickly to try and recover the ball, but Joe Gorman, lovely little deft touch over the on-rushing keeper and into the back of the net. 2-1 Biggleswade United.
Come on, keep going, lads.
And Biggleswade United are now half an hour away from stripping the unbeaten title away from Berkhamsted.
Yeah, they're unbeaten so far this season. They've had a really good start to the season, Berkhamsted, give them credit, but I think there are a few players down today. They're missing their top goal scorer, Stacey Field, who's scored 17 goals for them so far this season. And they have struggled a little bit to penetrate through the Biggleswade United back line, but Biggleswade United on top here. 9 minutes or so into the second half, 54 minutes on the clock. Biggleswade United 2, Berkhamsted 1. The games from last season, 2016-17 season, saw Biggleswade United come on, win both of those games, home and away last season, both 2-0 victories against Berkhamsted, so they'll be looking to maintain that run against Berkhamsted. So far 2-0, 2-1 up here today. She'll be looking to keep that run going. Certainly been on top the large part of this game. As Gareth Hunt gets on the ball, plays the ball out wide. James Cooper, that's a great little through ball to Dammy. Dammy Nichols-Benson whips the ball in. Abraham Easy gets onto it, heads it, but can't quite direct it goalwards. Alex Campana, number 7 for Berkhamsted, clears the ball. Looks like it's been deflected out for a throw into Berkhamsted. Biggleswade, I think, on balance, deserved the 2-1 lead so far. There's a skew back ball ushered out there by the Berkhamsted number 5, Stuart Deaton. Done a good job there of holding Jaden Irish off. They play the ball short. Look to go down the channel, but well dispatched there by Jordan Wright. He's had a solid game today. Him and Joe Gorman really have formed a good centre-back partnership in the last couple of weeks. Biggleswade really are defending well in numbers in 2s and 3s today, particularly in the middle of the park, shutting the play down. Not giving Berkhamsted a huge amount to play with in the middle of the park. Berkhamsted was set up quite narrow in the middle, but Biggleswade United seem to have read that and are trying to make use of the width of the pitch, moving the ball quickly. Gareth Hunt comes in short, number 7, to receive the ball, but the ball's played back into the feet of Joe Gorman. Ball down the line, cleared by the number 2 of Berkhamsted, Adam Mead. If you haven't followed us so far on Twitter, then please do. It's always good to see new followers of the club at Biggleswade United, at Biggleswade UTD. Please do follow us. And that is a wonderful piece of skill there by Nick Elliott. Retained the possession fantastically. The through ball by Dammy Nichols-Benson just runs through for a goal kick. That was a great piece of possession there by Nick Elliott. Definitely a regular feature for Biggleswade United in the middle of the park. Joining us from Harpenden Town, I believe it was at the start of last season. The season before, I can't remember now. Time's going quite quick. He's been with us, I think, for 3 seasons now. And was our top goal scorer, I think it was last season. Central midfielder, 15 goals from midfield. Certainly has got a great strike from range. He's got a fantastic goal against London Tigers last week. Like a dart into the top corner of the net from about 25 yards last week.
And he's currently on track to be the league top goal scorer again this season.
Yeah, he certainly knows how to find the back of the net in the league games, that's for sure. Number 11 here for Berkhamsted, Ashley Morrissey, moves the ball forward and played out for a throw-in. Coming up to the 59th minute here in the second half. Biggleswade United 2, Berkhamsted 1.
Morrissey to throw. Stevens on the ball. Back to Morrissey.
Good bit of defensive play by Dammy Nichols-Benson there, shows him the line. Doesn't commit himself. Just making it difficult for them to get the ball across. It's a good delivery in, but well dispatched there by Jordan Wright. Biggleswade United got to keep on their toes here to clear the ball. That's dangerous, but just goes across the 6-yard box out to the left hand side. Dammy there in attendance again, just trying to make it difficult for Berkhamsted. Biggleswade United just trying to keep it tight, trying not to make any mistakes, and it's a good run there by Alex Campana down the right hand side for Berkhamsted. Wins a corner. He's had a pretty decent game so far, Alex Campana. He's had a lot of the ball, tried to get the ball forward.
Most of their positive play seems to be coming through him. Seems to be the person they keep their heads up for and look to pass to.
Yeah, he seems to be a threat. That's a good ball into the box. Joe Gorman heads the ball out. Second clearance there by Nick Elliott. Doesn't really connect with it too strongly, but Biggleswade United managed to clear it to the halfway line. There's a dangerous ball in there by Berkhamsted, but Kane Farrell gets on the ball, clears it. Looks like it's out for throw-in. The ball manages then to stay in the perimeter fencing this time. Joy of non-league football, you need to always have a couple of footballs on hand just in case it does go out into the mowed meadows of Biggleswade. Some great defending there by John Wright, really alert. Gets across the line of the Berkhamsted attacker, and Robbie Ponting picks up the ball, regains possession. Just assessing his options. It's a good ball forward up to Jaden Irish, but unfortunately couldn't quite get on the ball. But Nick Elliott recovers it, but ball sits up a little bit, gets underneath it, out for throwing to Berkhamsted. Game certainly seems to settle down in the last couple of minutes. What's your assessment so far of the game, Elliot?
I think it's a deserved lead at the moment, to be honest. I think Biggleswade have earned their 2 goals well. They've been on top for most of it, I would say. They've had certainly more possession. Berkhamsted they've pressed high up the pitch for quite large periods of the game. They've forced a couple of errors, but nothing that they can really pounce on. Biggleswade have been pretty composed for the duration of the game, I'd say. And yeah, I'd say to lead Berkhamsted by 1 goal is fair.
Seems to be a little bit of commotion here down on the touchline. Christian Colas and the Berkhamsted manager seem to be having words about something. They're not happy, not quite sure what's going on. Whether it's a reaction to the challenge on Matt Cooper, who went down injured a minute ago. He seems to be off the pitch at the moment, getting some treatment from Ikira Williams, the physio for Biggleswade United. The referee's gone across to have a bit of a word with the Berkhamsted manager. Not quite sure what's going on here. I'm sure we'll find out later on in the game. A little bit of cross words, it seems to be, between the Biggleswade United fans and the Berkhamsted coach. Wait and see what's going on. The referee seems to be coming across to have a bit of a word. We'll wait and see what's going on. You can't exactly be sent off to sit in the stands as you would in a Premier League game, because there's nowhere really to go, but we'll wait and see what happens.
You'd only be about 5 feet further back.
They'll be sent up to into the brick stand with the Biggleswade United fans. I'm not sure I'd really want to go there, to be quite honest with you. Joining with the likes of Derek, the Biggleswade, the #1 Biggleswade United ultra. Lively character. I don't think I'd wish that upon anyone, to be quite honest with you. But atmosphere picking up a little bit here, last couple of minutes. A bit of commotion seems to have lifted the noise a little bit. Matt Cooper just still receiving a little bit of treatment on the sideline there, waiting to come back on. He's had a good game so far, Matt Cooper. It's been a lot of good effort. He's been really active in the middle of the park, shutting down Berkhamsted when they got on the ball. Made it difficult to move the ball around. The shout of "shoot" comes from the fans here in the stand. Berkhamsted went 1-0 up earlier on through a free kick on the halfway line. Very opportunist goal, shot from about halfway line, went straight over the head of Robbie Ponting into the back of the net. So it's calls to shoot again, but this time they play the ball forward down the left-hand channel. Damien Nicol-Spencer gets underneath it. Biggleswade United on the break here. Matt Cooper just come off from being injured. Moves the ball full. Carl Tasker off his line well, reads the ball. Reads the passage of play well and picks up the ball, recovers possession. Matt Cooper certainly doesn't look like he's picked up any permanent injury from that knock. Reacted well. Drawn right underneath that for Biggleswade. Well recovered possession there by Gareth Hunt. Got his body across the ball, but unfortunately lost possession.
Nice interception by Gareth.
Yeah, well read. Gets the ball forward. #5 Stuart Deaton. #5 Stuart Deaton for Berkhamsted there. Recovers the ball. Jaden Irish over his shoulder, making life difficult for him, but it goes out for a Berkhamsted throw. Certainly has put a lot of work rate in today, Jaden. Traditionally not necessarily a forward player, more of a all-round midfielder, but playing higher up the pitch today, certainly making his presence felt, getting around the pitch, making it difficult. And that's a bundled foul there on Gareth Hunt. #4 Steve Hawes, captain for Berkhamsted today, all over the back there of Gareth Hunt. Feels the pressure and goes down for the free kick. It's a lovely little dink forward there, but slightly overhit. Out for a goal kick there to Berkhamsted. Matt Cooper couldn't quite get on the end of it. It's a good option though. Good vision there by Gareth Hunt. The execution wasn't quite there, but he does it enough times, I'm sure it'll come off sooner rather than later.
So if you're Christian right now, what sort of substitutions are you looking to make?
I probably wouldn't make any at this stage in time. I think Biggleswade United 2-1 up, looking relatively comfortable. Not much need to change it. Well read there by Easy, gets across the #5, cuts it back. Oh, straight across the 6-yard box. Biggleswade United needs to be taking those opportunities. That could have been 3-1. Really well read there by Abraham Easy, but just couldn't quite get the ball into the feet of a Biggleswade United player.
Slightest of touches would have put that in the back of the net there.
Really didn't need much, but too much pace. I think they were looking to cut it back a bit more towards the penalty spot. It's a drilled ball across the 6-yard box. It couldn't quite meet the toes of a Biggleswade United player. Jay Norris turns out into the feet of Matt Cooper, into the box. Driven shot. Saved there by Berkhamsted. Second ball in. Blimey. Berkhamsted are really really on the rack a little bit this last couple of minutes. Biggleswade United creating plenty of chances. The ball goes out for a corner kick. Matt Cooper and Gareth Hunt to take. Seems to be taking most of the set pieces at the moment, particularly the corners. Both of them have got a good delivery, so hopefully this will be a good ball into the box.
I do like to play the fair few short corners every now and again.
Yeah, they do. Unfortunately, on that occasion, ball in just went out. 67 minutes. Ball out for a goal kick to Berkhamsted. Biggleswade United still 2-1 up. 67 minutes on the clock. It's been a fairly steady pace in this game so far. Hasn't been too many ups and downs. Relatively high-paced game. Both teams trying to get the ball down and play the ball across the floor. That is a great ball in by Kane Farrell. Damien Nichols-Benson recovers the ball into the feet of Jaden Irish. Knocks the ball off the outside of his foot there to Nick Elliott. Playing the ball around there really well, Biggleswade. Just retaining possession, not trying to force anything. Abraham Easy couldn't quite retain possession there. He's trying to get his back into the defender and retain possession, but unfortunately didn't work on this occasion. Break forward here through Berkhamsted, whip balling across the face of the Biggleswade United box, but I think it's gone out for a goal kick. Must have just crossed the crossbar there.
Joe Gorman very well to keep up with that then. That was
he's
at least half the pitch of sprinting there.
Showed a bit of turn of pace, didn't he? He's had a very good game today so far. Joe Gorman's got to be a candidate for man of the match so far. Looks like Biggleswade United are making a substitution here. Wait and see who it is to come off. So Damien Nichols-Benson is coming off.
United substitution going off is Damien Nichols-Benson. Coming on is new signing Zach Garfey.
So Zach Garfey coming on. Signed just recently for Biggleswade United. He was playing for Stevenage not that long ago, I believe. And Christian Colas, our head coach, is also coaching the community squad for Stevenage, so certainly knows the young players of Stevenage well. Has certainly seen something positive in Zach, who's a forward player. So he's come on here for Damien Nichols-Benson. I'm sure he'll be looking to make an instant impact and get on the score sheet. The ball goes forward here for Biggleswade United, cleared by number 5 Stuart Deaton, Berkhamsted. So 68 minutes on the clock. Nick Elliott tries to get his back into the defender, roll off the shoulder, but the shot just goes into the hands of Carl Tasker, goalie for Berkhamsted. Zach playing slightly further out on the right hand side here, certainly looking to get forward, make an impression. Ball in there, recovered by number 2 Adam Mead, who plays the ball forward. Offside there, called against Sean Coughlin. The Berkhamsted number 10. Biggleswade have kept quite a tight line, it has to be said. They've done well. Biggleswade back line today. They've given a few opportunities away of their own volition, really. Playing the ball around and providing opportunities for Berkhamsted, just giving the ball away sometimes a little bit carelessly in their own third. That's a wonderful cross ball there from Joe Gorman into the feet of Zach Garfey. James Cooper on the ball here, playing fullback today, but both the Biggleswade United fullbacks, Kane Farrell and James Cooper, certainly like to get the ball forward. Just lost possession there. Jaden Irish just couldn't retain possession, tight quarters, on the edge of the 18-yard box. Biggleswade lose possession, Berkhamsted looks to come forward, but Joe Gorman, ready as ever. He's had a good game. And it's Campana, number 7 here, looks to pick up the throw for Berkhamsted.
First substitution going off is number 7 Ben Bateman. Coming on is number 12 Josh Chamberlain.
And if you didn't hear that, that's number 8 Ben Bateman for Berkhamsted going off, and number 12 Josh Chamberlain coming on.
The Biggleswade United fans are cheering from the sidelines. Top of league, you're having a laugh, which is probably a little bit harsh on Berkhamsted because they haven't played badly today. So far unbeaten, top of the league. If things stay the same way as they are, then Biggleswade United could be breaking that run.
And what a statement that would be to the rest of the league.
Yeah, massively. I think Berkhamsted have got off to an absolute flying start so far this season. They haven't lost a game. It's a great ball into the box but overhit. It looks like Kane Farrell, number 17, is down for Biggleswade United over the far side of the pitch. Like Kira Williams, Biggleswade United physio in attendance. But yeah, as you say, it would definitely be a message out to the league. Biggleswade United sitting in 9th place, I believe, here at the so far this season. Played 14 games, won 6, drawn 3, lost 5. Fairly even spread of results so far. Certainly haven't set the world alight so far in these opening 14 games, but in a fairly solid position, about 10 or 11 points off second place team Wellingarn City. Top 2 teams go up, points depending. So there's certainly an opportunity for Biggleswade United to get promotion if they can pick up results against the teams above them in the league, and this will certainly go a good way to recovering some of those points if we can pick up 3 points today against Berkhamsted, who've certainly been a bit of a surprise package this year. Finished 8th in the division last year, 1 position above Biggleswade United, finished 9th, and they're expected to have a fairly solid season, but I don't think anyone expected the start that they have had. Shout for penalty there by Berkhamsted, shoulder to shoulder there with Jordan Wright, but the referee waves it away and it goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I think he really was looking for that. There was very minimal contact there, and the second he felt the touch, he went down instantly.
Yeah, I think that was fairly even, really. I mean, they're both players are reasonable stature. The number 10 for Berkhamsted, Sean Coughlin, certainly isn't a small player. He's gone down probably a little bit easily then, but you can understand it. 2-1 down, getting into the Biggleswade United box shoulder to shoulder. He feels that there's been a little bit too much pressure, decides to go down, but on this occasion doesn't win the ball but recovers the ball here. Sean Coughlin for Berkhamsted, 1-on-1 with James Cooper. Berkhamsted look to press forward here into the edge of Biggleswade United box, get the ball across. Well cleared there by Jordan Wright again, it looks. It's been deflected out for a goal kick. Great defending there by Jordan. He's a very good player, Jordan Wright. Certainly is one player that looks like he could play potentially a couple of steps above. He's had a few discipline issues in the past with talking to the referee when maybe he shouldn't, but he's certainly been on his game today. He's certainly had his head in the right place, and he's technically, for a defender, he's certainly technically very gifted. He can bring the ball down well, he can play it with both feet. He's got a good delivery and certainly comfortable bringing the ball out into the middle third of the pitch.
But leap he has too.
Yeah, he's certainly very good in the air. It's a good ball in there by Berkhamsted. Played across by number 6. Kane Farrell looking to defend for Biggleswade United, and it's gone out for a corner. Certainly applying a little bit of pressure the last couple of minutes. Berkhamsted looking to get that equaliser. Biggleswade United certainly have to keep their heads about them. It's a dangerous area, ball into the box. Matt Cooper clears though for number 11. Abraham Easy on the ball, just looking to hold up play.
Lovely vision there from Abraham Easy. Unfortunately it didn't quite pay off, maybe a bit earlier.
Yeah, there's a few players behind him that were looking to receive the ball, who just couldn't get that shoulder round to look to play the ball in field. Oh, very close there by Robbie Ponting. Went in with Jordan Wright, and Ashton Campbell just about managed to recover the ball. That looked very close. Could have been 2-2 there, but just about recovered the ball. Jaden Irish here on the left wing, holds the ball up, looks to transition the ball in field. Gareth Hunt on the ball here, the Biggleswade United number 7, looks up.
It's a lovely ball.
That is a beautiful ball forward. James Cooper looks to get on the end of that, but the number 5 for Berkhamsted, Stuart Deaton, clears the ball out for a throw-in. The atmosphere certainly rising here as the Biggleswade United fans finding their voice.
It is. The excitement's building here as the fans are starting to realise what could be.
Just coming up for the 33rd minute here of the second half. Coming up for 78 minutes on the clock. Kane Farrell rifles one from just over 25 yards, but narrowly wide of the right post. He certainly isn't afraid to shoot from that sort of range, Kane. He's got a good strike on him. He's certainly scored some goals from range in the past. Good dead ball specialist as well. Got a few of them here at Biggleswade, it has to be said. Some good free kick and corner takers, certainly some players that can put in a good dead ball delivery. Nick Elliott then, number 6, gets on the ball, plays a good ball into Damien Nichols-Benson, but it's overrun there. Matt Cooper can't quite get on the end of it, and Berkhamsted recover the ball and look to transition forward. Lovely ball there out to the number 11, Ashley Morrissey. Berkhamsted driving into the box. Can he get a shot off? And that is a fantastic goal. 2-2. Ashley Morrissey picked the ball up, left wing, came inside and absolutely rifled it into the top corner.
An equaliser from number 11, Ashley Morrissey.
Yeah, a great use of low centre of gravity there. He absolutely skipped past the Biggleswade defender.
Yeah, he really did. He made the use of what he's got in his toolbox, and he's really rifled that into the top left-hand corner. Robbie Ponting couldn't really get a hand to it. This is certainly going to set up a great last 10-15 minutes. This should certainly be exciting. Biggleswade United will be looking to get all 3 points from this game, and I'm sure Berkhamsted will be looking to maintain a winning run. They're unbeaten so far this season, 2-2 here at Biggleswade United. This really could go either way now. I'm sure Berkhamsted are going to take some momentum for this and really look to push forward to get the win.
Come on. Go United! Still do this, boys, come on!
Come on United is the call from the United fans. They look to push their team forward as Biggleswade have picked up a free kick here on the left-hand side. About 30 yards out from goal. Looks like Gareth Hunt is standing over this. Probably be whipping this in with his right boot across the face of the 18-yard box. Both Biggleswade centre-backs, Joe Gorman and Jordan Wright, in the box, will be looking to get on the end of this. Joe Gorman, Biggleswade number 5, got a brace of goals today.
On a hat-trick.
Yeah, he certainly is. It's a short ball there to Matt Cooper. Delivers the ball in. Just over hit, goes out for a goal kick. Just got underneath that a bit too much. But it's certainly into a good area, but just over hit. It's really taken the wind out of the Biggleswade United sails. That has that second goal. Look largely on top, but Berkhamsted are on top of the league for no reason. They're certainly not shy in front of goal. They've scored a decent amount of goals so far this season. It's Carl Tasker, clears the ball for Berkhamsted, well up there by Nick Elliott, headed out for a throw in there. The number 3 Tommy Williams on the ball, just considering his options. Throws the ball forward, just flicked on there. It's a nice little flick on over the head. Biggleswade United have got 3 players in attendance. James Cooper just clears the ball. Jaden Irish underneath it, turns to defender. The number 5 for Berkhamsted, Steve Hawes, reads the game really well, plays the ball forward, but just called for offside. How do you see this next 10 minutes playing out, Elliot?
I think it's a tricky decision for Christian. Obviously, being a goal in front, you're in the mindset of winning, and you want to throw everything you've got at this game. But you've also got to be wary of the counter-attack. And the set pieces like that, we are keeping more men behind to stop the threat of that. I think it's going to be a very intense last 10 minutes, and probably a little bit of injury time as well.
Yeah, probably I would imagine 2 or 3 minutes of injury time to be played. Nick Elliott on the ball here, the Biggleswade number 6. Plays the ball wide to Kane Farrell, brings it back into close quarters, looks to, has played the ball into the feet there of Gareth Hunt, who goes down. All ball spilling around in the box, but Ashley Morrissey, Ashley Morrissey, the number 11 there for Berkhamsted, completely miscues the ball, goes out for a throw-in. Great turn there by Abraham Easy, but the ball cleared. Jordan Wright looks like he's going to get underneath it. Joe Gorman in the end gets the ball out. Break here on for Berkhamsted, but overruns the ball. James Cooper recovers, has in possession, but the referee decides to pull it back. Biggleswade United did have the advantage there, but it looks like he's going to be giving a yellow card here to Berkhamsted number 11. Hasn't had too many fouls. That's an interesting decision by the ref to pull that back and give a yellow card. Certainly cuts the threat there for Biggleswade. Jordan Wright on the ball here for Biggleswade, urging the players forward, looking to get the ball forward direct and put a bit of pressure on the Berkhamsted backline. Looks like he's playing this down the right flank. Jaden Irish, right wing here, comes back in, ball goes out for a throw-in. Ball flies into the stands and almost takes out our cameraman, Chris Thomas. Takes the ball on the head there. Great bit of ball control there, Chris. Almost takes the camera out too. That certainly wouldn't be too good for you viewers that are watching us on YouTube. Coming up to the 85th minute here, last 5 minutes plus stoppage for Biggleswade United, and a offside decision here against, I think it was Abraham Easy, number 9. Tracy James, the Biggleswade secretary, certainly protests to that, isn't happy. When times are tense like this, 2-2 in the last 5 minutes, those things, they go in your favour, can make a massive impact on the game. On this occasion, decision goes to Berkhamsted. Berkhamsted recover a ball here for the number 9. Ashton Campbell looks to get the ball forward, driving at the Biggleswade back line. Crosses the ball. Biggleswade just managed to get a toe on it and clear. Joe Gorman again, the Biggleswade United number 5. On his toes, he gets the ball out for throw. Ashley Morrissey, the goal scorer here for Berkhamsted, plays the ball in. Jordan Wright, equal to it, clears the ball out, miscues the second attempt. Jaden Irish gets on the ball here for Biggleswade. Break on a little bit here for Biggleswade. Jaden Irish looks to play the ball forward, looks up, overhits the ball. Matt Cooper just couldn't quite get on the end of it, and Ants Campana for Berkhamsted clears the ball, but Biggleswade United recover it instantaneously. Gareth Hunt, the number 7, just considering his options, plays the ball forward, but just overhit there. Matt Cooper couldn't quite get on that. Berkhamsted recovered the ball on the right wing. Coming up to the 86th minute here. Biggleswade United 2, Berkhamsted 2. I think Biggleswade might be slightly disappointed if it ends up at 2-2.
I think so.
Certainly had probably the majority of the game. It looks like there's another substitution here for Biggleswade. And is that Matt Cooper? Matt Cooper
United
coming off.
Substitution going off is Matt Cooper, coming on is Ross Taylor.
Matt Cooper coming on for Biggleswade United, and Ross Taylor, number 15, coming on.
And Matt Cooper going off today. He's had a good game. He's played really well for Biggleswade. Hopefully the last couple of minutes Russell look to get his foot on the ball and create something. Hopefully Biggleswade can get that third goal. It's got to be probably 2 or 3 minutes of injury time left, so maybe about 5 minutes left to play in total. Biggleswade United back in possession. That's a great little turn there by Gareth Hunt. He certainly likes to twist and turn in the middle of the park and retain possession. Nick Elliott plays the ball out wide. Jay Norris looks to attack the full-back. Decision goes against Jane. I think that was maybe a little bit harsh, to be fair. He's felt the pressure there. The Berkhamsted number 11 there, and he's gone down to win the free kick. Kind of a little bit of play that though. Feel the pressure. He's gone down. Yeah. Just taking the sting out of it. He's had a good game today. Berkhamsted number 11, Ashley Morrissey, got on the score sheet. He's looked dangerous. Certainly likes to attack.
Yeah, very willing to commit his defender and take every man on, really. A lot of this Berkhamsted team do seem to be very confident in one-on-ones, and
that's a great challenge there by Nick Elliott. Recovered the ball. Looks like he's gone out for a throw into Berkhamsted. That's a fantastic sliding tackle. We don't see many of those nowadays. Slide challenges seem to have gone out of the game largely.
Yeah, some players do seem to be a bit afraid to hit the grounds.
It's very much a non-contact game, football nowadays. Gone are the days 10, 20 years ago where you could get stuck in. The referee brings that back for a free kick to Berkhamsted. That's a little bit harsh, I think, there on Nick Elliott. I thought he won the ball pretty cleanly there, but the referee's brought it back for a free kick about 35 yards out on the left wing. Number 2, Adam Mead, standing over the ball. And Tommy Williams, the left back for Berkhamsted, just trotting into the box. Adam Mead puts the ball in towards the back of the box. Cleared there by Joe Gorman, gets underneath it.
Both teams really have looked a threat on the set pieces today.
Yeah, it's looked like any team could score with the set pieces today. There's been plenty of opportunities. And that's a corner there for Berkhamsted, certainly looking to pile on the pressure in the last couple of minutes. Into the coming towards the 45th minute here of the second half, coming up to 90 minutes in total. There's probably only about 2 or 3 minutes left to play. Biggleswade United need to keep this tight. And that's a foul on Robbie Ponting there. He's gone up to recover the ball, felt pressure, it's just destabilised him a little bit. It's gone down, and I'm sure Biggleswade United will certainly be glad for that, to recover the ball. 2 or 3 minutes left to play under the bright lights of Second Meadow.
Do you think Berkhamsted will be happy with the point today?
I think they're obviously looking to stay at the top of the league. I'm sure with the way the game's panned out, they'll probably be relatively happy with a point. But if you want to stay at the top of the league, you've got to be winning games. There's probably an element whereby they would be looking to push on and get the win. But as far as I understand, there are a couple of men down today, so maybe a point would be good for them as they look to move the ball forward here. Number 9, Ashton Campbell on that left wing. Ball just goes out for a throw-in.
Yeah, as we stated earlier, Stacey Field, 19 appearances so far this season, 17 goals. Only 2 games he hasn't scored in all season, and they really could have done with that today. Yeah, without their top striker today, but they certainly haven't looked shy in front of the goal. They've had opportunities, they've taken 2 goals. They do definitely look a threat going forward. Berkhamsted, you can see why they're at the top of the table. They certainly look like an accomplished team. They're certainly putting Biggleswade United under a fair bit of pressure in the second half. Last couple of minutes, there's a great ball into the box. Clear there by James Cooper. Second ball out there by Kane Farrell. Adam Mead comes forward, plays the ball forward, but misplaced pass. A call of squeeze from Christian Colas comes from the benches, looks to encourage Biggleswade United up the field. Well recovered there by Robbie Ponting. Just did enough there, Biggleswade United. Jordan Wright managed to get the across the line of the Berkhamsted number 10.
Sean Coughlin.
And that is full time here at Second Meadow. The final score between Biggleswade United and Berkhamsted is 2-2.
Yeah, it's a solid result for Biggleswade. I'm sure they'll be a little bit disappointed they didn't go on and win the game today, but I'm sure Berkhamsted will be happy with a draw. Another point keeps their unbeaten run going. Biggleswade United look to go on Tuesday night away to Hoddesdon. That will certainly be a tough game. Hoddesdon's always a tough game. They always put out a strong team year on year. So I think they'll be looking Hoddesdon to get a couple of points, I would imagine, at least, off Biggleswade United on Tuesday night as the players shake hands in the middle of the park.
And Berkhamsted's next game is at home to Edgware Town. How do you think that will turn out for them?
Next game here at Biggleswade United is next Saturday when we entertain Harpenden Town.
You'd certainly
Tuesday night we
expect
travel to Hoddesdon Town. Thank you very
Berkhamsted
much.
to go on and win that, I think. Edgware, they're not a bad side, but you would expect Berkhamsted to have a little bit too much and maintain their unbeaten run and keep going towards the that league title. They're certainly looking confident as they push forward and look to secure that #1 spot, which will see them promoted up into the Southern League. Biggleswade United here just taking a breather, plays out in the middle of the park, just lamenting what could have been, I guess. Could have taken all 3 points, but come away from here with a point.
What do you think the message from Christian will be to the players right now?
I think it'll be probably one of taking opportunities. I mean, they created enough opportunities to win the game. Just a shame that they didn't go on and take those 3 points. It's been a little bit of a mark of Biggleswade United this season, creating plenty of opportunities, just not taking them when it counts. Certainly don't concede a huge amount of goals, Biggleswade, but going forward has definitely been a little bit of a problem. If they can sort that out and score, on average 2 or 3 goals a game, then they'll certainly be much higher up the division. But 10 or 11 points off, I think, that second promotion spot. So they're certainly not out of it yet. Things can happen, particularly if Biggleswade can pick up those results against the teams above them. If they can go on a 6 or 7 game unbeaten run and can pick up sort of 5 wins, things look very different. This league can certainly be a little bit erratic in terms of the results. You do get some funny results from time to time, so Biggleswade United certainly aren't out of it yet, but they certainly have a lot of work to do. So thank you for joining us here on our YouTube channel, Biggleswade United. Please do leave a comment for us, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Biggleswade UTD, at Biggleswade United, and we look forward to having you join us for our next home game. We'll be playing away to Hoddesdon on Tuesday night, so you can expect to see our usual commentary on Twitter, so join us there for that. We won't be unfortunately streaming live, but on our next home game here at Second Meadow we certainly will be, so check the fixtures for that, clear your diary and make sure you join us. So thank you for being with us as Biggleswade United pick up another point here, and we soldier on to Tuesday night. So thank you from me, Chairman of Biggleswade United, Chris Lewis, and Elliot Brown.
Yeah, thank you from me as well.
And we look to chat to you soon on social media. Please do keep in touch with us. We'll chat to you soon.
Thanks for tuning in.